Hi, this is Guyver. Thanks for tuning into my tutorials. I'm going to be doing a few different ones, touching on the topics that most people ask me about regarding production. So I hope you find them helpful. There'll be a few in the series, and then I'll take it from there as to if I'll be doing any more after that. But I hope you enjoy the ones that I'm doing now, and stay tuned for further information. Alright, cheers.
Hello there. So today I'm going to teach you a little bit about basslines, specifically European sounding, big, powerful, offbeat basslines. 'Cause this is what I get asked this all the time, like what I use for my basslines and stuff. So today I'm going to show you. Now I've got a 3 oscillator synth open here, which I've basically muted the other 2 oscillators. I've just got 1 oscillator there with the saw wave. We need to bring this down a couple of octaves, maybe even 3 octaves, but that's just bringing it down 2. Just bring that all the way to the left, the coarse tuning. Now, if you just put a note on the beat there, every single beat, so if we play that, it sounds very weak. It's just, do you know what I mean? It's just a saw wave, but I'll show you now how we can transform that into a powerful bass line. So if you send your 3 oscillator synth to a channel, just play it again, and now bring this down to a key that feels comfortable for you. I mean, I'm going to bring it down to what sounds right in my ears. So it needs to come down quite a bit more just to get that meatiness, because obviously it's just sounding really weak and trumpety at the moment. So around about there is good. Now we need to get the powerful sound from it. So first I'm going to put the pattern onto the pattern playlist. I mean, Fruity Loops it's divided into 2 like this. But I just use the patterns. I mean, I just use audio clips anyway, but I'll get into that at a later date. So switch to song mode, and then you'll be able to bass line there. So open a Fruity Balance plugin, and now with this one, this is to sidechain it. I know that some people do theirs, I mean, a completely different way, but this is the way that I do it, so it's the only way I can show you how to do it. So what you do is right click the volume and then create automation clip, and then this will come up. Now what you need to do is just create a simple envelope across one beat, and then just repeat that so it's consistent. So if you change this, it'll do it on every single one. So it's a lot simpler that way, and this will give you that sidechain sound. So you play with that until it sounds reasonably alright. Now here comes the sort of the bit that I think people struggle on, is actually getting the sound to be powerful. So start off with a blood overdrive, which I use a lot if I need to really beef up a sound. Now you can go to town with this just as much as you want. It depends on what sort of bass line you want. Beefed up a little bit. It's still sounding weak, but it's getting there, and that's the key with these effects. You've just got to keep adding them and evaluate what they add to the sound. So now this is something I don't think a lot of people think to do, but if you put an EQ before a distortion plugin, you can severely change the characteristic of the sound, and this is what I do a lot if I want a really heavy sound or something. So you can see now how that's really changing the character of the bass line, and I'm just going to have a play about now so you can watch what I do, because obviously a lot of production is just getting a feel for how things are, and I'll obviously explain if I do anything like unique or I feel like I need to explain anything, but I just want to have a play about with this sound, and then you can see what I'm doing. I'll put a kick in there, and then hopefully it'll be sounding a lot fatter, and you'll be a lot more wise as to how these sort of bass lines are created, and you can start creating your own. So I'll get playing about now. Okay, right, I'm fairly happy with that sound. What I usually do when I'm making my sounds is I'll get something that's pretty much close to what I want, and I won't spend like loads of time on it, because at the end of the day, once you start arranging the track, you have to end up changing your sounds anyway. So as long as you get in the right ballpark, you're good to go. So now what I would do is I'd get a kick in there, because a massive part of having a really powerful bass line is having a powerful kick drum, or at least a kick drum that works with your bass line. So let's just get a standard sort of kick drum in, and we'll just EQ it a little bit. So I'm just putting this kick drum in here just so it's easier to see. I mean, I know a lot of you stick it into a sampler and play about with it that way, but I'm just doing this for quickness really, and just it's a lot easier to see. So that bass line is sounding pretty decent. Now, I mean, if you want it sounding different, then there's a lot of different things you can do. I mean, if you want a more hard style sound, you can obviously do more extreme EQing and a bigger sort of distortion sound. I mean, there's obviously it's limitless, and it's all depending on how you want your sound to be. So filter on, you get more of that hard style sound. It's still not hard style sounding, but I'm just showing you an example. So I quite like that bass line. So I mean, I quite like things clean sounding, but with still a bit of dirt to it. So I think that'll probably conclude this tutorial for the bass lines. I mean, I can go into it more depth, but there's something I'll save for the future. I just wanted to quickly show people how you can get a really good dirty sound out of a really simple one oscillator synth. I mean, you don't need these expensive hardware synths, in my opinion, to get big sounds. I mean, your tools are there. Be creative, and do you know what I mean? Make your own. Do you know what I mean? You make your own sounds out of all these limitless effects and EQ plugins and everything. And I think that's much better than just getting your stock preset out of a synth that everyone else has got, and you're reusing the same sound. So at least this way, you're arming yourselves with ways of creating completely unique sounds. So I hope that was helpful, and the next tutorial I'll be doing is I'll probably be doing it on riffs, and I'll create a memorable riff and my methods of doing so. So I hope you can check that out. Alright, cheers.